back to Reading with Asha. I mean, when you read, you're like going into a whole different world. Today, for this video, I'm out on my patio because this is the summer book recommendations video. Books that you should read in the summertime with the best summer vibes and everything like that. I'm out on my patio because this is my favorite spot to read in the summer because it's nice at nighttime, it's nice in the daytime, not too hot. I have lights, which you can't see because this is just what you're seeing right now. My little ladybug fly swatter, but I love reading out here in the summertime, so I was going to show you guys all my recommendations. You're going to be able to hear the birds and everything like that are outside as well. But I have a lot of books that I love in the summer. Some of them I have heard other people talk about, some of them haven't really heard too much, and then I also have some books that are on my Kindle as well, which this is my Kindle. It's the green one, you can kind of see, but I have this really cute little case and it's dead because I haven't read on this in forever. But if you guys don't know and you have a Kindle, they have summer reading challenges, and also right now there's a spring one that goes until June 30th. Just so everyone knows, because I just found out about this today, and I'm currently reading the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, but once I'm done, I'm reading some books on my Kindle because every time you unlock little rewards or trophies or whatever on the challenges, you get credits for more books to buy on your Kindle. So like if there's something that you want to buy that's not on Kindle Unlimited, you can buy it with the credits by literally just reading free books on your Kindle, like on Kindle Unlimited or whatever. So just wanted to shout that out. They also have one from like July to September too for the summer reading challenge, but there's a spring one going on right now that I just found out about, and I wanted to share that just in case anyone has a Kindle and likes to read on it. Destiny Sidwell, I love her videos so much. Her book videos are so good. She's so funny and everything like that. She made a Kindle Unlimited recommendation video too if you guys have a Kindle and you're looking for more recommendations. I have a couple of books that I read on my Kindle as well for summer that I really enjoyed that I will also share. But first I'm going to start with the actual paperback copies of books that I have. Some of these you've probably heard about, some of them are not as popular, but they're still really good, so let's get right into it. Okay, so the first book that I have is part of a trilogy, but I'm only going to talk about the first book and the last book, and I'm not going to go into great detail about every single one of these books, because if you're a person who really likes to know like what's going on in the book and stuff like that, you can look up like a detailed synopsis on Goodreads or in any other videos that I have. But I feel like it's better to just go into a book unexpected, and I'm telling you that these are good summary reads so you know what you're kind of getting into, but like it has so much more. So also for any book that's recommended to you ever, always look up trigger warnings, whether it's, I don't know, young adult or whatever it may be. But this trilogy is one of the first trilogies that I read when I was getting back into reading, and this is the Love and Gelato trilogy. There's this one, there's Love and Luck and Love and Alms, and I'm going to be talking about the first one and the last one because those ones are my favorite. This one is my personal favorite, and it will literally make you want to go to Italy. So it's this girl, she goes to Italy, and it's just the perfect summery vibes. Italy is so beautiful. It literally will make you want to go to Florence and eat gelato, and of course there's romance and everything like that. So it's just such an amazing book, and it's also young adult, so if you don't really like too spicy of books or anything like that, this is the perfect read. But even if you really like spicy books, like I like spicy books, but this one is just so cute and so good. And the main character, her name is Lena. She goes to spend the summer in Tuscany, and it's just so good. She goes, sees art, bakeries, like it's the perfect summer book. And I have been looking for a book forever that makes me feel the same way that this book made me feel. Summer vibes and everything. And also there's a movie coming out in June on Netflix for this, so make sure you read it before you watch the movie. It's gonna be so good. I'm so excited, and I literally love this book so much, and I want to go to Italy so bad, and I read this like 2 years ago, so that's what that book says. The next one is Love and Alms, and can we talk about these covers? They are just so like simple and cute, but this one is based in Greece, which, come on, you know Greece is so beautiful, and it's the most beautiful setting ever. And this girl goes, she sees her dad and learns all about this legend of Atlantis. Also, she ends up living like in this little room kind of thing in this bookstore, which is like, when there's a bookstore in a book and it's a summary book and in a beautiful location, it's just the best thing ever. This one is also young adult, but there's a cute little romance in it, and I really need to read more by this author, Jenna Evans Welch, because I love these books so much. The second book is really good too, but I just didn't feel like it was as much, it's really windy outside. I didn't feel like it was as much of a summer vibe for me because it was in Ireland, and Ireland is rainy, and I definitely want to go to Ireland at some point, but I just felt like these are more summery, if that makes sense. So yeah, I totally recommend these two books. I love them so much. I love the covers and everything, and this one is a hardcover one that I got, but you will want to go to Europe after you read these books. The next book is another one that I absolutely absolutely love for summer, and I talked about this in my what I read in April video, and that is The Summer of Broken Rules. I'm sure you've heard about this book by now somehow. This is based in Martha's Vineyard, and it's like this girl, it's like a family setting. She goes, her whole family lives there. They all have like these little houses, kind of like We Were Liars vibe, but I don't really like We Were Liars. So, but the whole setting of it is still so cute. You know what I'm saying? Can we talk about the cover first of all? I mean, this is just a gorgeous cover, but the whole entire book is so good, so cute. I love this. It's one of my favorites, and the summer vibes are just literally so good, and it's so good to read in the summertime. Like, I'm just so obsessed with this book, and I know you guys will love it. I just know you will, and I've talked about it before, but also I just love it, and I need to read more by this author too. She has another book called If We Were Us. Get this book. This is probably the ultimate summer book that will be in this entire video, and I love it so much, and I just can't stop talking about it. And the main character, I love her. The romance is cute. It's not too overwhelming, and I'm pretty sure this is YA as well, so it's not too overwhelming, but the setting is just so good. It makes you feel like you're right there with them. It makes you feel like you went to the pool on vacation and you got a really bad, or not a bad sunburn, but you got a sunburn, and then you took a shower afterwards, and then you got ready, and then you went to dinner. That's what this feels like, and I know you know that feeling is a good feeling, so read it. So the next book I don't see talked about a whole lot. It's definitely, I think it was made a couple of years ago, but it's also a show on Hulu, which has good summer vibes as well. But it's Looking for Alaska by John Green. It's a pretty small book too, but I can remember when I read this like 2 years ago, I just remember the summer vibes being good because they're at like this, is it a boarding school? So the main character goes to a boarding school in Alabama, and they like make a friend group with this girl named Alaska, and it's a lot better than just like a summer read. Like, there's a lot more to it. But I really like this book, and I can remember like all the cute little spots like lake and stuff like that at this boarding school that kind of made it a summery book, and I did read this for the first time in summer. So that's why I wanted to mention it. If you haven't read it already, I think it's a really good book to read, so make sure you check that out. The next two paperbacks that I have, I can't say that I absolutely loved them, but I know a lot of other people did love them, and I'm sure some of you might love them as well. So this one, I'm sure you've probably heard of. It's Beach Read by Emily Henry. I actually like this one. I give it a 3 out of 5 stars, which I just didn't really love it, but it does have very, very good beach vibes, and the two main characters both are writers. I was not a huge fan of this, but I know a ton of people are, and I do think it's good, and I just got Emily Henry's new book that I haven't read yet, but the person who sent it to me, by the way, shout out to her, it was so nice of you to send it to me. She recommended that I do like a reading with me, and I go live and we read like the first couple of chapters together or something like that. If you guys would want to do that, her new book is called Book Lovers, I think, which people who love books in a book is just always something good. So I thought this was good, very good summery vibes. I don't know if I like the actual concept and plots of the book that much, but the vibes were really good. So, and then the next book I have is actually part of a trilogy as well. This is The Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han, who is the author of To All the Boys I Loved Before. And the second book I really didn't like. The first and the last book I did like, but I was just showing the first one in case you guys want to read the trilogy. There's also a show coming out for it on June 17th, I believe, on Amazon Prime. So yeah, this is about a girl. She has this beach house with her brother and her mom, and then her mom's best friend, and she has 2 sons, and she has like a crush on one of the sons, so it's like a little cute little romance. YA, very summery, very, very good summery vibes in this book because of the beach house, obviously. But sorry about all the outdoor noise, by the way, if you hear that, but it wasn't my favorite. I know it's a lot of people really like it, but it wasn't my personal favorite. I have some on my Kindle, which my Kindle's actually dead, so I just put them on my phone. This book is such a good summery vibe. Heartbones by Colleen Hoover. If you've never read a Colleen Hoover book, this one is so good. It's a young adult book, I'm pretty sure, because I don't remember there being that many steamy scenes in it. But it's about this girl who ends up having to go move with her dad, and her dad like is kind of rich now and lives with like his rich new wife or whatever. And so she has a beach house, and like there's beach houses all around it, and she meets this boy. It's super cute little romance story, and she makes new friends as well. So it's like family, friends, and romance, which I love those books the most, like when it kind of incorporates it all and it's not just like a straight romance the entire time. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I really like this one. The beach vibes were so good. I remember reading this, I think, at the beginning of last summer, and I absolutely loved it because sometimes when you read a book at a certain time, if you're laying down at a beach and reading a beachy kind of book, it just makes it that much better. So reading these books in the summer make them that much better, and this one especially. So if you want to read this, I read it on my Kindle Unlimited. I don't know if it's still available on Kindle Unlimited in case you have a Kindle, but that's when I read it on. But the actual cover is also really, really cute, and Colleen Hoover, her books a lot of time are on sale on Amazon. So check that out in case you want to, or you can look on thriftbooks.com because they have really cheap, good books too. And then another book that I read last summer, which I don't even know why I would categorize this as a summer book. I think I would categorize it more as a spring book because some things in it are very springy. If you know, you know. But A Thousand Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. This book is literally amazing. Probably one of my favorite books ever, and it's a young adult book as well. And I recommended this. Me and my brother's girlfriend Maddie both read it, and she absolutely loved it. And she's also in her 20s, and she loved it too. So it's young adult, but I really don't think it's that immature. Some people think it is immature, but it's so good, has such a good message. And I really love A Thousand Boy Kisses, and I had it on my Kindle Unlimited too. So if you guys want to check that out, and you can do the challenge too. And then also another book that I didn't really care to mention that a lot of people love is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. I did not like this book really. It's got good vacation vibes, I will say that, but I just like had such a hard time getting through it because I didn't think it was that interesting. If you want to read that, go ahead and read that, but I would say beach read People We Meet on Vacation in the Summer I Turned Pretty like last after you read all the other books that I recommended. If you're gonna read books that I recommended from this video, because they're good, but I think the other books are definitely better. So those are all of my summer beach ready recommendations. If you guys have any, go ahead and comment them down below. I know Ellen Hildebrand is also a really, really good author for beach ready books. Check her out. I know Sarah Caroli, I hope that's how you say her name. She recommends those all the time too on her booktube channel, and she really likes them. And I have a couple that I'm gonna definitely read this summer, and I'm really excited, so I'll get back to you when I read those. But go ahead and comment any of your favorite recommendations down below. Help each other out, help me out, everything like that. And I will see you guys in my next video. I love you so much. Bye.